What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Embiid said, "This joint and hit me hard." Hey, I like that. Philly done raised you well, young boy. Philly done raised you well. Fly Eagles, fucking fly. Let's go.
Yo, come on, man.
I ain't down
Yo,
there.
MoneyPot about to start.
I know I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
I ain't down. Fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Side dive, let's go.
Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stacks. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headlines.
And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome everybody back to another episode of MoneyPot Podcast. I am your host, Moss Money. Let's get right into it, man. We got the birds, the Meadowlands. A lot of memories we got there. We're gonna wait for my guy to get here, but I'm riding solo, riding dirty right now. A lot of memories, man. Tell me what your memories are out there, man. We got B West, run back, Deshaun run back. Who else we got? What's his name? I forget his name. We got Donnie on the phone. A lot of memories. Big game. But one of the biggest topics of today that I gotta ask everybody. We talked about Jalen Hurts. We all heard about Jalen Hurts. We talked about playoffs. Playoffs? We talked about playoffs for weeks and weeks at ahead. Now we're just looking at right now who we're going to might play in the playoffs. We're already looking at seeding of how this is going to all play out. I want to ask you guys, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all the above. Jalen Hurts will end up being the Philadelphia Eagles' long-time quarterback. And I've been on the other side of this, if you don't believe it or not, right? I believe that he's earned at least the 2 years until he gets to his rookie contract. He's earned it to me, right? And I have to stop talking about what he can't do and start talking about what he can do, right? Because now we're not only like I don't want to disrupt the party, right? I don't want to be the party pooper. I don't want to come in and everybody's like, "Yay, Eagles, 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 Eagles," and do all the chants to do all that, and I'm the one like, "Yo, man, this boy ain't even that good." I'm the bull in the back in the corner saying, "Yo, man, nah, he not it. He not it." You know what I mean? So agree to disagree. Throw it up there. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all the above, man. And I actually have to agree here. I do have to agree. One, because he's the best option for real, and two, they're winning. Right? They found the formula of winning. Now, this identity crisis that we always kind of talk about, like, what are they? Well, they're gonna punch in your mouth. They're blue chip type guys. They're guys that we like and what we watch in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like we want that back. Like that culture that we wanted on defense, that punch you in the mouth, get after them. That's what we're seeing on offense right now. Right? We're seeing in your face, in your mouth, run the ball down your throat, stop it. You can cry, you can bitch about it, but stop it. I see Sproles. What did Sproles do? What was Sproles in big quarterback? Hey, getting to this gambling side. Hey, all hands on deck for Boston Scott, the Giant Killer. All hands on deck. If you see a prop, if you see anything with Boston Scott's name on it, hammer it. What was his numbers? He has I saw it earlier. He has like 58 touches, like 600 something yards, and like 6 or 7 touchdowns. It's ridiculous. Boston Scott, the Giant Killer. Hammer it. Hammer it if you're on Boston Scott today, man, on this Eagles game. Hammer it home. Let's talk about the week that we just had and then yesterday's plays. Big things going to college football, right? Big things happening in college football right now. Michigan obviously getting the big win. Who else was there? We got Michigan with the big win, Wisconsin losing to Minnesota, Georgia handling business, Bama losing, like just ridiculous type of shit that you see in college football. And then it's playoffs. Who knows what's going to happen? Georgia's going to win it all anyway. So we'll see. And then we're one game. I see Julio. Today is the day we be sitting in the playoffs. Yeah, man. It could be. It could be. They need to get a win. They're favored by a lot. They're favored by 14 to win today. So let's get right to it, man. Let's hit on with the slate today. And we'll talk about each game. Until my guy get on, y'all gonna be my guys. Y'all my guys. You know what I mean? Tell me what you think about the game, and we'll break it down. If you're betting, make sure that you bet responsibly. Bankroll management. I can't stress it enough. Can't stress enough. Bankroll management. Right now, I'm up and down, right? Some I've been hitting, some I've been close to hitting, and then other ones that I just hit, I just haven't got a chance to hit. So we will tackle all that. And then we'll talk about round robin. I know I have put a round robin play for the members, and I know that the what is that, right? What is a round robin? And since we're talking about, let's get right into it. So a round robin is pretty much a collection of parlays. So when you do a round robin play, it'll say like 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x. So say you put in a 3 team round robin, right? We have say we have the Eagles to win. I don't know, we have the Bucks to win, and then let's just say we have the Ravens to win. So what's going to happen is you're going to do a 2x and you're going to put it in for $25. And then that round robin is going to now be a $75 bet. Why? Because you're doing 3 parlays. You're doing, we'll just say the Eagles the Eagles to win and the Ravens to win, then the Eagles and the Bucks to win, and then the Bucks and the Ravens to win. That's all a round robin is. It's a collection of the plays that you're putting in and just making all the possible parlays that you can. So you could do like a 10, 15x type parlay in a round robin, and it'll just do it automatically for you. That's all it is. So hope that helped with a lot of people talking about or trying to figure out what the hell is a round robin. Like I see it all the time. I don't know what the hell this is. So hopefully that's helped, and hopefully we get it going here this morning. Like I was talking about later on about the plays from yesterday. Tough slate yesterday. Not gonna hold you for my members out there. Tough slate yesterday, but what I mean. We got another day. New day, new money. Let's get it. What's up, Pete? Man, appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate everybody jumping on, man. Jake, what's good, baby? I saw y'all out there at on the flag football, man. Hit Ralphie with the up and under. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Little bit of a dig, a little bit of stick route, right? Up 3 yards and came across. Ralph had no chance. No chance. That shit was fucking funny. That shit was fucking funny. All right, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's start off with the first game. Big game here. Tennessee Titans versus New England Patriots. New England is now favored by -7.5. Total is 42.5. Now, AJ Brown did go on IR. So you got to be on New England here. In New England, we said this a couple weeks ago. New England looks like a real deal playoff team. So I like New England here. That 7.5, that hook gives you a little bit of worry, but it does tell you that New England should win the game. They're playing well. And New England looks like a force to be reckoned with moving forward. I actually like New England here in a teaser. So I would put them in teaser, get New England just to win the game. Tennessee's going to struggle to move the ball here on offense. They really have no weapons. They're an average team. They're probably a below average team, especially without these players. So give me New England in a first leg in one of our teasers. Our next game, Dookie Bowl. We got the Jets in Houston. The Texans are favored, -2.5. Total is 45.5. Wilson is playing today. So Wilson gets the start over Flacco. Got to. That was your number one pick and your quarterback. Tough. If you're going to play this game, you got to play Houston. I like some props here. I like Tyrod to get in the end zone again. So anytime prop for um for Tyrod is plus 250. Looking at this game, I mean Wilson is bad, man. He had one win early in the year. He's been out for what? I don't know how many games, almost 5, 6 games. And for him to come back and think he's just gonna play, I don't like that. I think the spot makes sense but the spot doesn't. I'm sorry, the spot does make sense for the Jets, right? Because the Texans, Tyrod came back, then went on a bye, then got a big win against Tennessee, and now they're favored going against the Jets. So the spot actually favors the Jets. The Jets are coming off 3 losses, the three semi-good team, the Colts, the Bills, and the Dolphins. Now they're traveling to the Texans. The problem is the quarterback switch, right? That's the problem with this game, is that I can't favor Wilson, who hasn't won since week 4, early October against Tennessee. So I'm actually on. I like the Texans here. I wouldn't mind you teasing the Texans here. You could put them in a teaser and get them plus what's that, 4.5? I'm plus 3.5, which is a great number to be over. So I actually like the Texans in a teaser because if they do lose, I don't think they lose by much. I think they lose by a field goal. All right, let's get the music going, man. Actually, no, the music doesn't work too well in here. So we gotta get a graphic for when it's time to talk about the birds. All right, man, here we are. Your Philadelphia Eagles are going to New York in the Meadowlands. The Eagles are now favored by -4 on the road. Whew. Total is 45.5. What do we think about this game, y'all? Hmm? Do we keep rolling here? Do we make it 3 in a row? When's the last time the Eagles won 3 in a row? Let me look that up. Anybody know that? Let me see. Last time Eagles won 3 in a row. Let me see. Has it been years? It's got to be years. I don't have time to look at that shit. I got a show to do. Um. Oh man, -4. So like I said, I'm on everything Boston Scott props, everything. So anytime touchdown for Boston Scott, especially with Howard being out, so he's the clear number 2. He's plus 310 to score. Gotta love that. I love that. You know what I mean? I love that. That is a good play. Matter of fact, let's go. Lock it in. Boston Scott will score today. Plus 310. That's a lock today. Plus 310. Lock it in. Here's another sneaky play. Another sneaky play. If you're on Boston Scott, giant killer. Here's another sneaky play. Most rushing yards. Plus 1600. Plus 1600 for Boston Scott to have the most rushing yards of the day. I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like it, right? Especially if we're up. If we're up now, and the only person that could is probably Hurts, right? Because I mean, Miles had a good game, and they're going to run Miles, right? They're going to run Miles. If he gets bottled up, don't know. If he has another fumbling issue, don't know. I don't think Saquon's going to go off today. I just, he just. They're talking about he's full strength, but I just don't know. And then the only one you have to worry about is really Hurts, which could kill you, or Jones. Jones had that 95 QB sneak or run on us and then fell at the 5-yard line the one time. But it's a long shot, but it's not a bad long shot. Boston Scott to have the most rushing yards at plus 1600 is not the worst long shot. Put a 25 piece on it, put 50, pay. If your bankroll allows it, put 100 on it and let it ride. But I'm definitely on Boston Scott anytime touchdown, 3-1. I really like that play. Odds for most rushing yards for Hurts is let me see. I was just there. Most rushing yards for Hurts plus 300, which isn't bad odds either. It's probably actually pretty decent odds, to be real with you. They call him Diddy. What's up, boy?
Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's good? What's good? What's good, man? We running through the games right now. Went through a couple already. We are on the Eagles game. They are -4. Total is four and a half. And I was just saying to the folks out there, I'm all over anything Boston Scott today.
Boston Scott?
Boston Scott, yeah, giant killer. Giant. He's this motherfucker like what? Boston
Boston
Scott.
Scott? Where did that come from?
Where that come? Have you seen his numbers against the Giants?
I
This is the only
mean,
game he goes off.
are we
This
giving
is
Boston Scott that type of credit?
Hey, the numbers support it. He's got like 8 touchdowns against the Giants.
Okay,
Like all his stats come against the Giants.
I feel you. I mean, I don't know if I can give Boston Scott that type of credit. Like, oh, he's a giant killer. Like Boston Scott gets
Oh,
in
he's
when
a
he gets
giant
in.
killer.
I'm
He's a
saying
giant
that
killer.
it just so happens that we're playing is later in the season. We're hurt, so he's a
How are we
starter,
hurt?
huh?
Oh, you talking about like years in the past?
I'm talking about you're talking about Boston Scott. He's not a starting running back in the league. He don't have
I'm not
trends where we can be like, oh, he's a giant killer. We're talking about a person that's in the game because of injury, and it just so
What?
happens late in the season we're playing our conference games or division games, and so he's getting a load. But right now, Miles is back, and he got a lot of makeup to do. Coach got a lot, and coach knows that.
He
So
does.
I would say, if it was me, I wouldn't make no bet like that because I know
Mm.
Miles Sanders is going to get the rock unless Miles get hurt. I mean, what's his numbers? 28 rushing yards over 28 yards. What is it?
Oh, what's who?
My,
Scott?
Scott.
They don't even have his rushing up there.
Then they won't. Like, what are we talking about? So why would you be all over something that's not even available?
Oh no. Well, there's two plays. Anytime score is 3-1 for
Mhm.
Scott. And the second play was the most rushing yards. It's plus 1,600.
Most plus 16. What's most rushing of the game?
Yeah, like across both teams. Now that's a long shot. I'm not saying go bet that. That's a long shot. You know what I mean? But
Maybe
if you're one of
anytime
those who
score.
believe in the Boston Scott train, you know what I mean, the Boston Scott talk about he is a real deal giant killer, which
Come on.
yo
Like, come
man, I'm
on.
serious. Yo, I can't
Real
believe you
deal
don't- how-
giant killer.
we talking. You know Eagles. How you
I
not know
feel
that
you,
Boston
but
Scott really puts up numbers against the Eagles.
why? Why though? Like for the people that's watching, why is Boston Scott in the game, people? It ain't because he's better than a starter running back. It ain't because he's a starting running back. It's because he's in those games late in the season because of injuries, like I said earlier, and he ends up being the starter. So he's getting majority of the carries.
Where is
He's
this?
not a giant killer. He just takes advantage of the opportunity that so
Ooh.
happens to be against a bad Giants team over the past 4 or 5 years.
I get it. I gotta disagree. there,
But Miles
bro.
Sanders is healthy right now. So you take
Yeah,
the
if you
gamble.
can't hold on to
Now,
that chicken,
anytime touchdown, maybe he might get in there on a third down.
there we
Um,
go.
but I still probably would save my money and find someplace else to place it because you still got to worry about Jalen Hurts being that scorer as far as a rushing scorer, and Miles Sanders is in there.
I'm gonna see if I can find it because there was somebody on Twitter who actually put his numbers up.
Bro, them numbers. Listen to me. Look at my face.
I ain't
Hey,
looking at your face.
those numbers don't matter. Those numbers don't. Those are Fugazi. They Fugazi numbers. Get that
Yeah,
Fugazi.
I don't know, J Love. I don't know why you keep discrediting him. I don't know.
I'm not
baby.
discrediting Boston Scott. I think Boston Scott's a great running back when he has the opportunity. I don't want to say great. He's a good running back when he has the opportunity.
Here it is. I got it. Here it is.
You're acting like he out here week 3 and Boston Scott is tearing up the Giants.
Look, just listen to the numbers,
Okay,
bro. Just
and tell
listen
me
to
when
the
the week.
numbers.
Tell me when the weeks are.
All right. So I can't. I don't got time to looking for that. But in 4 games, Boston Scott has 6 touchdowns and 500 total yards.
How many
Like,
years?
I don't
How
care.
many
I don't
years?
care if
Over
it's-
how many years?
I don't know. In 2 seasons.
In 2 seasons.
Yeah,
he's
2
had,
seasons.
He's had what?
He's had 6 touchdowns
hmm
and 500 yards.
And what? And so, do you have the games broken down or no?
No,
It's
we don't
just
got
the
all that.
numbers.
We don't got time for all that. I mean, we can't argue too much about Boston Scott. Let's get to the game. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah. I mean, what are we talking about?
old boy put up numbers against the Giants. That's all I'm saying. So with some props out there, if you're feeling like gambling a little bit, I especially like the anytime score. I think he gets in the zone today.
I don't even know how we even here. How are we even work? How are we even telling our viewers to put money on Boston Scott? Like,
All right,
come on, it's so much more out here.
sir, could you
Jesus.
let me know
I
about what
know
you
it's
got on
early.
this
It's
game?
early on Sunday. Yeah, here talking about Boston Scott. God bless Boston Scott. I like what he does for our team, but I'm not putting no money on no Boston Scott because we
Sir,
because
could you tell me what you got
Fugazi
on this game?
Fugazi numbers he get when he played the Giants. Get out of there.
Go ahead, sir. Sorry, go ahead. What you got
What I got with what?
on this game,
I got
Negro?
the birds, baby, like I
Oh,
did last
okay.
week. I got the birds.
Let's
Oh,
go
I thought
then.
you. Oh, it's
You
simple for me.
let the people hang.
Simple for me. I think you got Jason Garrett got fired over the week. Um, it's going to be a little. I don't. Sometimes when the players feel like possibly Jason Garrett might have been a poison in the room, might have been out the room, they might have a little lift. But I don't know. I don't know who's coming in there to take over the offensive coordination job. I think the Eagles are kind of getting into their own. I think from what we talked about week one, all the yelling and screaming I had all from week one to damn near week six of running the football and how bad the coaching were early on, I think it's shifted. I think Sirianni has shown he's able to adjust late, but at least is not never. And I
Right.
appreciate that with him. He's sticking to the run game. We went from being last in running offense to now what, number one in running offense over the past few weeks. I think is a big help to Jalen Hurts, and we're seeing that throughout each game. So I think this continues to roll as long as we stick to the run. Jalen is
Mhm.
coming into his own form. He doesn't have to throw the ball 50 plus times like he did in week one, week two, and week three. He's now getting to where he should be, which I said also, if you look at the archives, in the 25 to possibly max 35 passing attempts.
Yeah.
Um, he's right in that, and we're winning ball games. Hopefully, our defense can hold up. Daniel Jones, although as bad as he's been, somehow he's an eagle killer. He's one of those guys that's always got off on us.
How we go from Boston Scott's not
Yeah,
one
to
to
Daniel
now
Jones.
Daniel Jones is an Eagle
And
killer.
guess what? Look at the
Did
numbers.
you see my face?
Pull the numbers up. Do I gotta pull the number? Do I gotta pull the numbers up? We could pull the numbers up and look at Daniel
Oh
Jones
my God!
rushing.
Are
He
you
damn near rushes
serious?
80 yards a game on us. He always gets that
Jesus.
180 yarder every time. But anyway, I got the Eagles. If you want to tease them, I think they win for sure. The 4 is right there. The 4 is kind of killing me. I
It's
want to buy
ticking
the
up.
point to get underneath that 3.
It's
I didn't jump on the line
ticking
early
up.
enough to do it. Yeah.
And the one thing that worries me, but I mean the numbers dictated because the Eagles have beat up on bad teams, is that the Eagles are the second most bet team today.
Mm,
So liability.
mhm,
We're not liar. Well, yeah, a lot of liability on the books. The most bet teams are the Patriots, the Eagles, and the Bucks. So
mhm,
are the most of the thing. Uh, just to help you out here, Dylon, Howard's out.
mhm.
He's not playing today.
Yeah, he
So
got hurt.
you
Hurt his
might
neck,
want to
right?
check.
Neck
You might
injury?
want to check that lock, baby. Um, what'd you say?
He hurt his neck, right?
Yeah, he hurt his neck. He's out. He's not playing today. Even gives more love to my Boston Scott anytime touchdown. Yo, you can't do that. Yo, you can't hate on Boston Scott and
I'm
then
not
start talking about
hating
Daniel
on
Jones
Boston
is an
Scott.
eagle killer. What?
Okay.
Out of here, man.
I'm not hating on Boston Scott.
What are we
Boston Scott, if you're
talking
listening,
about?
bro, run get your stats. Why you get your stats? I'm just putting it
What are
in.
we
I'm
talking
putting
about,
context
man?
behind what you're saying.
Yeah, well, your context sucks.
I'm searching it right now. Boston
Oh,
Scott
go ahead. You go
2019.
ahead
I'm
and look for
searching it
that, man.
for
You go
sure.
ahead. You go ahead and look for that. All right, next game. We got Tampa Bay Bucks going down to Indy. Going up to Indy. Line is at -3. Total is 52.5. We're going to see what Wentz is made of, right? Big game. Got the Super Bowl defending champs coming in. I think they'll be up for this game. Taylor's coming off an all-world performance, 5 games. You got to think that he'll regress a little bit
Mhm.
in terms of what he did there. They're going to key into that. But that Tampa defense is leaky. That's the problem,
Mhm.
right? That Tampa defense is leaky, and I think that the Colts can keep this close. I don't think this is going to be a blowout, but Tampa could show up and just put a stamp and say, this is why we're the defending champs. So I think this is a pass for me. If I leaned anywhere, I would lean on the total and being over. I think there's a lot of points scored in this game, but this is a pass for me.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like you said, Tampa Bay's defense been leaking, but don't forget, they've been hurt with injury since week one. They're deep. I think they were down to like what third and fourth string cornerbacks and safeties. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if Winfield's back. So there's going to be opportunity for Carson Wentz. The question is Carson going to go into Carson mode and try to do too much when he's playing the champions? Um,
Yeah.
but they're playing at home, and for Tampa to be a favorite here, really saying that they're a 7 point to 6 point favorite if they were playing at home against a hot Indianapolis Colts team right now,
Yeah, they're
probably
trending up. Yeah, I would
possibly,
even
yeah.
lean. You're just talking. I wouldn't even lean Indy here.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got possibly you want to talk about Derrick Henry being possibly have been an MVP. You got just JTT or Jonathan Taylor being a possible MVP candidate here now too. The way he's been rushing, um,
Yeah,
especially for that
that's
last
locked
game.
up with Brady. You can forget
Yeah,
that.
we'll
And
see. We'll see.
we
We'll
gave
see how
that
this.
out too. Don't
We
forget,
did.
we gave that out early in the year. So if y'all was with us and y'all followed the play, we gave Tom Brady as a MVP play right here on the show. So it pays to
Yeah.
listen.
So this is so for me. So for me, if I'm reading online here, I'm taking Tampa. Although I
Mm,
like Indianapolis, but reading the line here is telling me Tampa. You can't tell me
yeah.
Tampa's a 3 point favorite away on the road after a performance that the Colts had did last week. Indianapolis is playing really well with the momentum from Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I mean, Jonathan. I keep Jonathan Taylor Thomas like he's an actor. Remember that actor, Jonathan Taylor Thomas,
Yeah,
when
I
we was
hope they
young
put a
boys?
graphic when you say that. Like when we do the replay of
Put
this
up
joint, I hope
Jonathan
they put
Taylor.
a graphic of Jonathan Taylor on the joint. The good white boy with long,
Oh
long
man.
blonde locks, and we talking about football.
But the key to although they've been leaky, like you said, the defensive tempo has been leaky. They are number one against rushing yards allowed.
Yeah,
So that's going to be a big barrier. I think that's where the line is kind of trending to because they Indianapolis leans heavy on the run. So for me, the line saying Tampa, I'll take Tampa. As wish-washy have they been over the past 3 weeks, I think the line is telling me Tampa. I would have to go that route.
yeah. I'm looking at the some of the same game parlay stuff that I would play here, and I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. Obviously, the total says that. So if you guys are looking a lot of overs, I would be playing in your receiving and rushing totals, like receiving total. Fournette is a
Mhm.
beast in the
Yep.
running in the rushing.
Anytime you can get Fournette under 20 something yards of receiving, take it.
Yeah, he gets anywhere from low end 20 to high end 40 or 50 yards receiving.
Hmm.
So I like Fournette and some of his passing, especially like receptions. He gets at
Hmm.
least 5, which is crazy. Right now, total receptions, he's not even up there. They don't have him up there, which is a shame. But yeah, they don't
Yeah,
have
they've
him
been
up
losing
there.
money.
But like 25 plus 25.
I
Like
got it.
these are some
31. 31.
what do you got?
31 and a half.
31 and a half. No, I
Jumping
said
them.
receptions, not receiving.
Oh,
Receptions.
receiving yards.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No,
Take 31 and a
his
half.
receiving yards is up there. 31 is right where he should be. There's a lot of miles to feed over in Tampa, but he gets his, for sure.
Yeah, he's
You
going to get at
know,
least 4 to 5 screens, a little out routes. I think with the speed of the
facts.
linebackers on the Indianapolis Colts, they'll probably try to set up a little bit, of them going downhill to stop him. And they probably get to get some open looks. But he's going to catch the ball. I just plugged in a unit on the over 31 and a half.
Nice, nice.
Um, it is what it is.
Yeah, so I was I was trying to look for Tom Brady over rushing yards because he's usually at 1, but they don't even have him on here. They took him off. And then
Yeah.
the player rushing, Taylor's only 80 yards, which is interesting.
Well, no. Well, I mean, not when the Tampa Bay Bucks is the number one defense rush allowed.
Are they?
Hmm.
I thought it was I feel like they get gas sometime on a rush rush.
Nah, I'm gonna look it up
Yeah.
right now. I just was reading on it.
But yeah,
Um,
no, but getting back to it, same game parlay. I might put one for this game. Follow me on Twitter at MoneyPot Podcast. I usually give out some free Jones right there. I see it. I got you. Some free parlays on there, same game parlay. So on MoneyPot Podcast on Twitter, follow me on there, and you guys can see that. But I'm a pass this game, but B Diddy likes the Bucks here. Next game, another crap game. We got the Atlanta Falcons
yeah.
going down to Jacksonville. Atlanta's favorite -2. I don't really have much on this game, but I
Mhm.
would lean Atlanta. I think Jacksonville's a really bad team, even though Atlanta's a pretty bad team. But I like Atlanta, um, I think Atlanta wins the game at least.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
lean.
playing
I'm gonna lean right on to the next game. But no, I mean, but really, you can't trust Jacksonville. I mean, they're playing home. I don't know if that means anything. Jacksonville
It
defense
doesn't.
shown.
They have no home field advantage.
I think Jacksonville's defense has shown they got some signs of becoming a building block for that team.
Yeah.
I think Urban Meyer agrees to that, so it might give Matt Ryan some problems. But man, listen, I can't bet on these bum games. I'll save my dollars and go over somewhere else.
Yeah, I heard that.
Maybe I'll find a Boston Scott prop.
Yeah, you should, because that thing gonna hit.
Bah.
Okay, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, make sure they put the icon up when I said that.
Yeah, we'll work on that. All right, next game we got Carolina and Minnesota. I'm sorry, Carolina and Miami. Good old Cam.
I'm back.
Total is 41.5. Carolina is favored by 1.5. Pretty much a pick here. Miami has been trending upwards, and I think the money line is saying that they're a dog, but they're minus 104 on the money line. And I think that I would actually lean favoring Miami here. I'm not sure. I still got to see more from Cam. It was a lot going in, a lot of storylines against that Washington team, right?
Yeah.
A lot of storylines, a lot of things playing into that. But I don't know. I think I would lean Miami. I like the way Miami's playing the last couple games here. So I would lean Miami. I'm not betting this game. Like you said, we can find our money to put it elsewhere. But I would lean Miami here. I would lean the home dog.
I'm looking at Christian McCaffrey. I want to see what his stat line was.
What, last
10
game?
rushes, 59, 8 targets, 7
Yeah,
receptions,
he's
60.
still like under, but I mean, Cam wasn't utilizing him so much as I thought they would. Cam was actually he was looking for a little bit more, DJ Moore. So, but that the defense has been playing well. I mean, they had those losses, but then they beat the Texans, bad team. Then they beat the Ravens, Miami, and then they beat the Jets. They're they're on a nice little run here. So you have to like the way that they're playing. And like I said, I think the defense is playing well. So I actually, like I said, I like the home dog here.
This will be a teaser under for me.
Okay.
I will bump that up to 3-team teaser, get the under. I don't see too much
51?
scoring here, and if it is, I think it's more balanced. A touchdown here, a touchdown there. They're very similar to the game last week.
Yeah.
Miami struggles to put points on the board, and with Cam on the field, I think Carolina's a little bit more dynamic. But after last week, it was spotty, right? He's still kind of getting to the offense, and there was a couple, punts that they had to put in it, throughout that game. So I like the under here. Get it under 51.
Yeah.
3-team teamer, and then we'll find something else to put with it. But I think under 51, this game don't go. I don't see both teams getting in the 20s, if either. So
you like the 10-point, John?
I like the 10.3-team teaser and get them under 50. What is 51? It'll be under 51.
Yeah, 51.5. I say that 51.5.
I'm gonna look at McCaffrey right now. Rushing yards over 70. I don't know. That Miami
over
defense
70.
Over 70. That Miami's defense is pretty tough these last.
I like
few
the under
weeks.
there.
Yeah, let me look.
I like
at,
his receiving over, and it's just because Cam
receiving's over
takes away from him.
52.
I like that under 70. I like that
Under
Let me
7
check
and
that
over
out.
52.
rushing. Oh, what
I
is
gotta
it?
look at Miami's defense.
Oh, I got it at 72.5.
Miami's rush defense is 13th in the league. They allow 108 a game. But let's see how they trended over the past two weeks.
I like that, and then I like Tua's over 11.5. Tua shows some wheels.
Let me
Ooh, I
see
like
the Jets.
that. I didn't even look at that.
Michael Carter had 63 on 9 rushes.
Well, Tua. Never mind. Tua hasn't done much.
Yeah,
Let me
Michael
see.
Carter got hurt and had 63 yards on 9 rushes. Was out for the second half. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. But anyway,
Who's that?
Michael Carter got hurt from the Jets when he played last week.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah, I like that under though for McCaffrey though, under 72. I think that's a good play.
Zach Wilson's back today too.
Yeah, that don't mean shit.
I want to see. Look at
That's
this.
why I like the Texans.
Yeah, I like Texans too. Oh, you
That's
had the
why I like
Texans
the.
already? Yeah, I like
I don't
Texans.
want to bet the Texans, but I mean I like the Texans
I'm
just for the
betting the
fact that
Texans.
Wilson's
I'm
playing. That's
gonna
all
get
I
on that
need to
train.
hear.
I'm gonna get on that Tyrod Taylor train.
Yeah, for sure. You know, he's a legit starting quarterback.
But can we
But can we? And I
can
think
we
we can trust Tyrod. I
look
think
at the
he's smart
props
today
against
too.
Wilson right here coming off the injury?
But see, and you missed it. That's what I was talking about. The spot favors the Jets, though, right? Because the Texans got Tyrod back. He had a bad game. Went on a bye, came back from the bye, won the game outright against Tennessee, and now they're favored. So to me, the spot favors the Jets to win that to be competitive in that game.
Mhm.
Quarterback coming back, but he hasn't played since like week 4,
Yeah.
and he's a rookie, and he was terrible at the most part. It wasn't like he's coming back and he had a good game, a game manager or something. He was
Right.
terrible. So, and you know what else is terrible, bro? What else is terrible is people don't listen to us and check out Patty Wax. If you go check out Patty Wax on Welsh Road, their food is amazing. The drinks are great. The people are good. The vibe is dope. So make sure you go up to Patty Wax up in Welsh Road, and make sure you drop MoneyPot and you get 10% off. 10% off your food. No
Good at that.
beverages. Sorry, we couldn't make that happen. But 10% off your food bill, and it's not like it's expensive food, but pretty decent wings. And I'm particular about my wings, especially during game day. But pretty decent wings. I mean, go make sure y'all go check that out on Patty Wax up on Welsh Road in Northeast Philly.
Let me ask you though, Nate.
Yeah.
And shout out to Patty Wax. Going back real quick to that Eagles game, what did you think about the total in that game? You like this being under? You think this is?
I like it over.
I like it over.
I like the over.
So my only thing
I
is,
do.
is the Giants scoring? That's my. Is the Giants going to score? That's the only thing I gotta. I know the Eagles will score.
Yeah, I like the over here because the way, if you think about the game flow, if you like the Birds, right, you don't think it's gonna be a close game. I mean, if we look at the 4 line, you think they're gonna win easily, and if you think they're gonna win easily, so they're gonna tell me they're gonna put up at least 20 to 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and then the Giants, I think Daniel Jones, the Giant killer, right? Going over what you're saying, he plays, right? He play he if he plays well. I don't know what he does. I know he's had some okay games against us, but if he plays well, then it's going to be somewhat of a game. So they might put up 2 scores like 17. You know what I mean? So it might be right there, like a 28-17, 28-20 type game. Possibly right there. And then the question is who scores on the Birds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boston Scott, right? Boston Scott scores. Well, I mean, let's look at it real quick. Let's go back to that Eagles game. We got the one thing I do like to look at is total points.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we have the home team. I'm almost spot on to what I was saying. Right now we have the home team at 20.5. And then the away team, the Birds, at 25. So 28-20 sounds about right. You know what I mean? If you think about it, around there. And Sirianni, he might get 2. He might go for 2 right out the gate. He might score and go for 2. You know what I mean? Just to run up the score because he knows they can't play from behind, and that's where we might be better at. That allows us to blitz. That allows us to play a little bit more man. That allows us to play aggressive on defense. So that's, what I mean, getting up high and then putting them in a position where they don't want to be. And that is Daniel Jones throwing the ball 40 times.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad strategy if that's the
Yeah. I mean, I think this could be one of them. I'm gonna lay off it. I was looking at it. I think it can go either way. I think it can, and when I feel that way, I'm just kind of like, you know what, I'll let it play out because this could be. It is a big game for us. It is the Giants.
Yeah.
I know the Eagles have been scoring pretty good and fast and early. These late few weeks. But to me, this could be 28-3. You know what I mean? And that still be a great game for the Eagles. It could be a shootout, and somehow I don't know. So I'm off of it.
Shout out to Jake, man, putting 2 score touchdowns up plus 4,000 for Boston Scott.
What are you putting $5 on it, Jake?
Yeah, probably. Right? What $5 get you?
Here, put my $5 on it too. If I'm gonna throw $5 out, I guess I can throw it there. He ain't scoring no 2 touchdowns, but hey, you never know. Be like those,
What's up, Greg, man? Let's get it today, baby. We already know. All right, let's keep going. Next game. All right, big game here. Pittsburgh versus Cincy. The line is Cincinnati -3.5. Total is 43.5. Tells me it's gonna be an old-fashioned type game. I like Pittsburgh in this game for some reason. Cincinnati has been hot and cold for me. Sometimes they look like the team that we think they are, and then sometimes they don't. They got a couple bad losses on this Cincinnati team, and they lost to the Jets. They lost to the Bears early, so a couple bad losses here. And they beat some decent teams. I don't know the last time Cincinnati swept the Steelers though in a season. I'm not sure if they have in a long time. I know Ben Roethlisberger is 24-9. I think I checked. Is his record against Cincinnati. Even though Pittsburgh doesn't play well away from Heinz Field too much, I think this is a good spot for Pittsburgh. Must-win game for Pittsburgh to stay relevant in the playoff talk here. Must-win game for Pittsburgh. I think you get an all-out effort from Pittsburgh here. I like Pittsburgh here. I like the 3.5. I like the number. I think they're coming off, a tie, a loss. They need to get on. They need to get on the rails here. 2 big games back to back. They got Cincinnati and the Ravens. Big games in the AFC division. So I like Pittsburgh to keep it close here, and I think Pittsburgh. I wouldn't be. It wouldn't surprise me if Pittsburgh wins this game. I like Pittsburgh plus 3.5.
Yeah, I'm a
There's a lot. There's a lot of not question marks, but there's a lot of games I felt this week that you got to pause and think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And think, because I think that a lot of these games, now that the playoff picture is starting to get clear, there's a couple games here where there's some must-win games here. There's some games where if the people want to stay relevant in the playoff picture, they got to pull out some wins here. And to me, this is a spot for Pittsburgh to pull. Pittsburgh, this is a must-win game for Pittsburgh, in my opinion.
Oh, it is for sure. And I think what you're saying, and it's so crazy. Like, with all that being said, a must-win game for Pittsburgh, a rivalry game with Pittsburgh, Cincinnati playing probably average at best right now, handling their business. I just don't think Pittsburgh is a good team. I think, obviously, I think Ben Roethlisberger's over the hill. I don't think he has enough in him to get his team where it needs to be. And the line here is telling me at home that they're saying they're half a point, really even half a point better than the Pittsburgh Steelers in this position as you're saying it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take the Bengals here. I'm gonna take the sweep. Steelers have not won a game by more than 8 points all year. I feel like as soon as Cincinnati gets up on them, they're going to struggle to try to catch up in points. And really, they should have got blown out last week, and somehow they scored 20 plus points in the fourth quarter. I don't know how to have it. It was some crazy situation for Pittsburgh. So for me, with Joe Hayden still out, that means Jamar Chase is going out there and feast. You might want to look at Jamar Chase's prop bets. I don't know who's going to guard him. That kid is talented.
What
do you remind me of? It kind of reminds me of like a. I'll get back to that, but anyway, give me Cincinnati.
Little head-to-head action. Like I said,
Give
man,
me
we got to work on
Cincinnati.
that graphic for that head-to-head.
That's please.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm up big
I wouldn't
on
say
a-
that.
on a versus.
No,
I ain't
you're
gonna say
not.
no. I ain't gonna say no head to head, but on a versus,
That's my.
I think I'm up.
All right, bro.
You like that game? You like that? You like points in that game? You like it going under?
I mean, the points is dictating under, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's 42.5. And that's why I said it's 43.5. Like if it was higher, like more like 46.5 in that area, then I would like Cincy because Cincy can score. But the fact that the total's a little bit low, that tells me that's a Pittsburgh style game. Now Mixon has been running well.
Mhm.
He's been running well. But I think, like I said, man, I think this is a must-win game for Pittsburgh, and I think that I think they got to get it together. I think they got to win here. And I think that line is short, right? I mean, the money line is short. It's only one. It's plus one and plus 154. You know what I mean? It's a short money line.
Mhm.
So that tells me something. That tells me so it's not even 2-1 for Pittsburgh to win. So yeah, since he is really good, bro. Since he is really good, man. So um we'll see we'll see how this game plays out. We'll see how this game plays out. All right, next game. We got Cincinnati. I'm sorry, it's Cincinnati. We got the Chargers and going up to Denver. Chargers laying the 3. Total is 47. Herbert looks like he's back in form. You know, what I mean, he looks like he's coming back. Denver is looking like they're not even close to what we thought in the start of the year. Another division game, which is a tough game to pick here, but I would definitely lean the Chargers the way the Chargers are playing lately. Let's go up to what they've done lately, real quick here. I think they beat us, right? They beat us. They lost a close game to the Vikings, and then they had a shootout with Pittsburgh
Yeah.
that they needed to win. And not even that, they were controlling that game for the most part. Pittsburgh put up 27 points in the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
So for the most part, the fact that score was 41-37, the score was 27-10 going into the fourth.
Mhm.
Right. So that they were beating up on Pittsburgh pretty bad. They beat us, obviously. I was at that game, and they lost to a surging Vikings team at the moment. And I think the Vikings scored late in the game there. So I actually like the Chargers here. I think the Chargers win outright here and cover easily against a Denver team that's losing faith. I think, and losing faith in Bridgewater too as well, because what he showed against the Eagles against that pick six showed me something. And I was a Teddy fan. I was a Teddy fan. I was a Teddy fan, man. I really was. I thought he was a fighter, but when you pull up like that, almost
Mhm.
like when Cam pulled up in the Super Bowl to get that fumble, right?
Yeah,
You
that
made
was
you made a
bad.
business decision right there, right, for yourself. And I'm not a fan of that. And I think that was glaring to see. You know, what I mean, you can't argue with what the film shows you. You know what I mean? So I think they start to kind of down to here. Kind of move down. I mean, they've lost. I mean, October they went 1-5, and I think the trend continues in their last 7. They're 2-5 in their last 7. So I think the trend continues. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to speak too much on it. They are playing. I guess the caveat is that they are going. It's probably going to be cold in Denver. I haven't seen the
Yeah, and
weather
altitude.
forecast there, so they'll be altitude. So we'll be a little
Yeah,
out of the norm for them playing inside in California. It might be a little shock to them for a little bit, but I think the stronger team, which is the Chargers, should be able to handle their business here. And I like the line. The total is a little strange to me, it being so high at 47. That seems like there's going to be some point score, but I don't see Denver putting up too much points in this game. But yeah, give me the Chargers. I think Herbert handles his business. He's
yeah,
a
that
he's a
was a good
Northwest
point.
guy, so he's been in some cold weather up there in Oregon, but I think he'll by second half they should get their reins.
Now check this out. The line is 3, right?
Hmm.
But we have total points, home total points. So Vegas has the total points, and this is on FanDuel at 22.5. But they got the Chargers at 24.
Hmm.
But they got the line at 3. Something's wrong, right? They think so. The the,
You
the
said
bet
22 and a
is
half and
Denver to
24
have
and a
at
half.
least 22.5 points,
Yeah,
but then the
I like
Chargers
the
only
I
have
like the under
24.
there. Actually, I'm gonna probably take the under in Denver. Under 22. At least they get underneath that 21 mark, right?
Yeah,
I don't think they score that much in this game. Let
that's weird. That's a weird.
me look
That's a
over the
that's a weird
pass.
line.
They
How
scored
they have that
13. It's
set.
like let's look at it. They scored 13. They put up 30 against Cowboys. 17, 14, 24. How's Chargers been over these past 3 weeks?
Yeah, but see the Chargers. The
Yeah, they've
Chargers
been
got
leaky.
that
They've been
leaky run
leaky.
defense.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They got that run, and then the boy Williams from Denver is starting to come on.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
he's starting to kind of take over a little bit. That's a good prop for Williams. Let me see what's his rushing totals. Russian prop for Williams. Yeah, like they're almost even, 51 and a half. And Gordon's 52 and a half. So it's going to be, it's 50-50. So I like the 51 and a half over against the worst rushing defense in the league,
Mm-hmm.
because he's hit there a little bit. He had 48 against Philly. I think we're in the middle of the pack in terms of rushing defense. He had 111 against Dallas, 35 against Washington, who's a good rushing defense, 20 against Cleveland, but he had 53 against Vegas, 61 against Pittsburgh, 48 against Baltimore. So this is going all the way back to the beginning of October. So he doesn't score much. He only has one touchdown on the day. So anybody who wants a rushing touchdown, I would look more at Gordon. Gordon has scored in the last three. But if you're looking for some prop bets in this game to get a piece of this game, I like Williams over his rushing total, and then I like Keenan Allen over his receiving total as well. Keenan Allen's been coming on. Mike
Mm-hmm.
Williams started off super hot in the beginning. He was the best from a fantasy standpoint, the best receiver in the league in the first 4 games. He was tearing it up. But I think old reliable, old Keenan Allen is coming on. He's over 72 right now. So I like that. So here's a small little parlay bet here. Get Keenan Allen over his rushing. Get Williams over his, I'm sorry, Keenan Allen over his receiving, getting Williams over his rushing, and then go in the money line on the Chargers plus 672, 6-1.
Mm.
It's not a bad play.
Mm-mm.
Not a bad play. So just check that out. Keenan Allen over receiving yards. Davonte Williams over his rushing yards over 51 and a half, and the Chargers money line is plus 673. I'm gonna throw that in right now. Put a little 50 on that thing. A little half a unit. All right. I like that play. That's a good play. All right. Let's go to the next game. Big game here. Should be a really good game. We got the Minnesota Vikings going across the coast, West Coast here, traveling to see the San Francisco 49ers. Total is 49. Line is -3. I think at last time I checked, Elijah, what's his last name? Shit, what's his last name for the running
Elijah
back?
Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell. For the Niners is going to play today, I believe. I don't think there's any other. I don't think there's any other injuries that's worth noting. Big game today. Playoff, playoff talk written all over this one. I would tend to go with the over. I don't know. Minnesota's been ticking up and playing well, but so is the Niners. The Niners have been playing well as well. Debo's tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Debo is a man shot out there. Leads the league in yak yards, and we've seen that boy Jefferson. We already know who Jefferson is, right? That boy Jefferson is going off as well last couple games. So I think good versus good here. So if it's good versus good here, I'm gonna lean towards the scoring, and I like the over 49 here. And I would actually put this in your other leg. So you started at 3-team teaser,
Mm-hmm.
and you said under the 51 in the Carolina Miami Dolphins
Yep.
game. Was that the game?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would add this leg as well. I would tease the total down to 39 and then go over that 39 in this game. I think there's a lot of points scored in this game. They easily score over 20 points each.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride the hot Vikings right now on this game. Um, I mean
Yeah, they
they've
played well.
they're playing really really well. They're playing complete team football here. When I went to LA, beat the Chargers. I want to say the Chargers coming off a bye too, right?
I believe
Um,
so. Yeah,
had Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers and beat them in a really really good game against a. At that point, the Packers defense was really shutting things down
yeah.
and holding things down. So that was surprising. They put up 34 and against the game. I think they can do the same here against the 49ers. If you're going to give me, um, you know, 3.5, and the way the Vikings been playing, pretty much close games all year.
Yeah,
I like that. Um, Defensive wise, they're not that good against the rush. They're probably one of the worst. So that's going to give them some problems.
yeah.
Um, but I just think offensively, this should be a really, really close game, and I think the 3.5 is right where you need to be.
So on FanDuel now, and this is where you shop for books. So everybody listening, this is where you shop. He sees it at 3.5. I see it at 3. So you obviously want the 3.5. So just don't stick to one book. Make sure you shop around in different books. And when I say books, I'm talking about your FanDuels. I'm talking about your Fox
Hmm.
Sports. I'm talking about your DraftKings. If you bet on the MGM or Caesars, all the different books that you can bet, or even going to your local casino and betting there. Everybody has an app where you can bet right from here. You don't have to go in. Everybody has some app where you can bet, especially if you can bet in the state that you're in. So make sure you shop around before you pull the trigger on anything, because you might find some lines and some numbers that are more geared to the side that you're going to be on. So yeah, I don't mind the bet. I actually I would favor the Vikes as well here, but I just like the total. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. Two hot teams that don't seem to be slowing down. So
Hmm.
I,
Yeah, I
I,
like
I
I
like
like
the
that with
score.
the tees for sure.
Yeah, I like the teas. I like it with the teas as well. All right. Yeah. Excuse me. Another big game that we got going on here, man. We got two more games to go after this one. So we got the Rams traveling to Lambeau. Total is 47 and a half. I just literally saw a report on Twitter that now something's wrong with Stafford's elbow.
Mm,
Walking wounded in terms of quarterbacks coming out here. So we have we have Rogers. So much made about Rogers' toe, and what did he do last week?
mhm.
Put up numbers. So you got to be careful when you read too much. Don't read too much into these reports. Stars are going to be stars. Against the Vikings, he put up 384 and 4 touchdowns on a fractured toe. So tough to count that man out. But we've said this every time we talk about Green Bay at home. Aaron Rodgers is legendary at home
Mhm.
in Lambeau,
Yeah.
right? His record at home is literally, I think it's like 30 something and like 10. Like he's legendary. He's hard to beat at home, including playoffs. You got an LA team, you got a dome team coming outside, coming to the cold, coming to the elements. The line is short though, which is interesting. I thought it might be 3. I see it at 2.5 right now. Rams. So I would think a lot of people is on Green Bay. I think Green Bay would be a big public bet here. But I'm going to stay away from this game. Um, Not really sure. If anything, I would tease Green Bay up.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. Green Bay up here. Um, yeah, this is one of the games that I'm gonna lay off. I think you got two teams that can get really hot, and it just matters who's going to show up. You got the Jalen Ramsay versus Davonte Adams, back and forth beef, and it seems like Davonte Adams has got the best of the Jalen Ramsay over these past few years.
Yeah, I was looking at that. They were hyping up that story, and I actually like touchdown. Anytime touchdown with
Davonte,
Devontae is just
yeah,
a
because I think Aaron Rodgers takes those personal for his guy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah
So I think he's going to try to get him to score. So I think that's a great. That's a unit play for me.
yeah, and he,
Um,
and he's and he's plus 110.
right, and they'll be creative with him
Yeah,
to get him in the zone like they did last time they played.
yep. Make him
Um,
running away, doing
right, crossing
motion,
routes,
get him on the
motion.
run. Absolutely.
So I think as Aaron Rodgers has that type of mentality where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna shut this dude up, and I'm gonna get my," I mean, he's just like that. Um, so I do like that play. As far as the game, Green Bay didn't show me enough last week, uh, and I don't know if the defense is gonna be able to hold up here. But if Stafford has an elbow issue, that's tough on a throwing arm. That's pretty tough. So I would lean Green Bay on a Green Bay side, but I like that anytime touchdown score by
Yeah,
Davante Adams
I
for
like
sure.
that too. You know what? Let's lock it up.
Let's lock it up, baby.
Let's lock it up, baby. I like that. Devontae Adams to score anytime touchdown at plus 110. He's going to have Ramsay on him, and I think that's why it's the plus 110. But I
That's
think they
short.
find ways. What'd you say?
That's short too. 1+110 is just kind of short to me.
I mean, he should no. I mean, he should be the other way around. He should be like he's any other game. He's minus.
Hmm.
You got to pay some juice for him to score. I think real telling that Beckham's plus 200. I think that's telling. But I don't think he scores. I don't think I don't think he is what we think he is. He's in a wrong situation in LA to me.
Mm.
He's you know what I mean. Randall Cobb usually finds the end zone too, plus 290. Cobb's a good one too.
Randall Cobb, has he scored this year?
Absolutely. What?
He has. I'm
Yeah.
tripping.
Am I tripping or you talking about you tripping?
I said I'm tripping.
Cobb's got 4 touchdowns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, early though.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, early. But he usually scores when nobody else is playing though.
I want to say Randall Cobb.
No, I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't put that play out there. I wouldn't play that. It's just something that caught my eye. All right, next game, big game, dog pound. Going to Baltimore. Line is -3. Ravens laying -3. Total is 47. Another tough one, man. Like I said, like a lot of tough games today. A lot of good teams, good versus good today. Baker's toughing it. He's toughing it out. They barely beat the Lions, right?
Hmm.
They barely beat the Lions last game. And it's a weird spot. Check this spot for them. So they play Baltimore on a bye, and then they play Baltimore again. So in 3 weeks they play Baltimore twice. And this is the night game. So with that being said, with that type of lineup coming up, I'm gonna lean the Ravens here. The Ravens have, they've been kind of hit or miss. They lost to the Dolphins. They beat a good Vikings team. They barely beat Chicago. I think Jackson was coming off that illness still, so I don't know where he is just as yet. But it doesn't look like. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of scoring in this game. So the total is a little high at 47 for me.
Hmm.
So I would actually lean. There's another part of that teaser. We can throw this one under 57.
Yeah, I like that.
After under 57. So we got this one, and then we got the over in the Vikings. So under 57. I don't think it's going to be, who's going to score like that to give each team 30 points. I just don't see that happening. So I like the under here. Teasing the under up and going under 57.
Yeah, man, I'm going the opposite way, bro. I'm gonna go to Browns here.
You like Cleveland?
I'm gonna go Browns with the points. Give me 3.5 here. Like I said, I like it being a lower scoring game. I think Cleveland's been playing boxy games all year. Um, I think Baltimore's been exposed, especially against that Miami game, and they look really, really bad. I think also the field was wet there too.
Hmm.
They kind of lost a lot of Lamar Jackson's traction when he was trying to step up in the pocket a little bit. You kind of see him not really have his feet underneath him. But that D line of Cleveland, I think they'll be able to get after Lamar. They're fast, they're strong up front. And I think if Lamar's rattled in any way, and it looks like the Miami Dolphins, you're going to see opportunity for Cleveland to stay close, keep this game close. So although I haven't bet on Cleveland all year, I think I like Cleveland with the points here. Not saying they'll win as far as a money line play, but I do think the plays here is at plus 3.5. I would go Cleveland here because I think a lot of people are going to be on Baltimore and they're going to surprise you, just like they have all year.
Yeah, and
All
then
year.
just to go back because I think we got to wrap up here soon. I know I got another show behind me,
Oh yeah.
but shout out to Philly Sports Passion 85. Titans upset today. Everybody and their mom on the Pats. I completely
Hell
agree.
no. Titans is down. They ain't got no receivers.
Yeah, they
Who's
don't
their
got no
receiver?
receivers. It's like I get what you're saying. You want to tend like we tend to go against the public too because the Eagles are a heavily public
Not
team
today.
today. The Bucks, but we have to understand when we look at some of these lines, the line is also telling you something. Like who's like Tennessee literally has nobody. It's Tannehill and a bunch of backups. You know what I mean? Like literally. So they have not one star player on that team right now who's playing. They got no Henry, they got no Julio, they got no Brown. All their guys are gone. So it looks like it possibly they might be able to cover maybe if that's what you're looking, but I'm not sure if I would bet Tennessee to win the game. That's hoping and just saying hey everybody else is wrong because everybody else was on it. So just be careful with that one. And then going again, I disagree to the poll. Short term, yes, but in 2 to 3 years, I don't see him. Um, I don't see him betting being the quarterback. And this is going to the poll question that Jalen Hurts will be your quarterback, long term quarterback. And I think he's earned. I think he the way they're playing. And like I said, I want to get away from highlighting what he doesn't do well and looking at what he does do well.
Mhm.
And I want to start being so negative about the situation because I was telling people earlier, like we have an Eagles party going on right now in Philly, right? We're happy that our team is winning and we look like we can make the playoffs when it looked really shitty early on. And I was the guy in the back saying, "Oh, told you so." And now that they're winning, I don't want to be the guy in the back saying, "Hey, he ain't that good." You know what I mean? Let's switch the conversation a little bit. Even though we know what it is, we know what his weaknesses are. Let's
Mhm.
worry about his strength. Let's not look at the cup half empty, and let's look at the cup half full and go what he does do well. So I think if they make the playoffs, which is looking like they very might well do, he would get to his contract year. He's going to get to his third year at least, in my opinion.
If the coach shapes his offense like he has over these past few weeks around this Jalen Hurts strength, week 1 through 6, he's going like he was Peyton Manning back there.
Right.
So now you're seeing, Jalen Hurts able to kind of get a little more confidence, use his legs when he needs to use his legs, make the certain throws that he needs to make, not throwing them 50 plus because he can't do that, and be the athlete that we think he is. I think that it has to be a mold around Jalen Hurts for him to be successful. If he does that, like you said and you mentioned last week, it can have a Lamar Jackson effect style of play where you're playing to the strength of the quarterback, not necessarily to the quarterback position. And I think that's what they did in Baltimore. And you've seen Lamar get a little bit better with his passing and his accuracy, but he's still not really there. And I think that's what we got with Jalen Hurts. Although I think Jalen Hurts has a little bit more up. What is the word I'm looking for?
Ceiling.
Ceiling than
Yeah.
Lamar as far as his passing ability.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely disagree with that. 'Cause
Gotcha.
I'm a big Jackson fan. But yeah, let's keep it moving. We got about a minute left till the other show goes on.
Mhm.
So let me hurry this up. And yeah, just to keep going what you're saying today, maybe a public day after upsets in college, agreed. And don't want to be negative, but I'm also honest. Hope today isn't a trap here. Me too, man. I think a lot of people are looking at that, but we have to look what else, like I said, what's in front of us and try not to look too deep. Just like that Tennessee game. Tennessee has a nobody. So there's a reason why the Patriots in New England minus 7.5,
A trap
right?
game for who?
Trap game for the Eagles.
We're not.
Yeah,
We're not. We're not a team. We're not a team that we're trying to win. We're trying to figure out who we are. We don't have. We're not like that. We're not in that game mode where we have trap games. I think they play every game as best as they can. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Certain teams can have trap games.
All right, let's go to Monday night, and then we're gonna get up out of here. We got Seattle at Washington football team. Washington football team is -1. The total is 46.5. Monday night. What a terrible game to have on Monday night. Like this is not even a good game. Seattle is I'm pretty much sure Seattle's done, right? Seattle's out of the playoff picture at this point, I would think. Um, let me see. What's their record? They're 3-7. They're done. Washington might be fighting for a little bit of something. I think they got a coach that is going to keep them fighting for sure. But I got to go with Washington here, man. West Coast team traveling all the way across the pond, and I think that Washington handled business. Heineke is a fighter. He's proven, time and time again that he's willing to play on the big stage. I don't know if he's the guy, but I mean, they beat the Bucks, they beat the Panthers. They're 2-0 on their they're 2-0. They're coming off a bye. I don't know if they're getting healthy. That defensive line is not getting healthy. But Seattle, there's something just wrong with Seattle, and it might be time for Russ to get out of there, man. For them to hit that reset button. They tried. They lost to some two good teams. They lost to Green Bay, but then they lost to a Colt McCoy led, Cardinals at home.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I like Washington football team here to take the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass this game. I don't really care for it too much. If I was leaning anything, I'd lean the home team here. See how they're gonna come across the country to play here. It's gonna be chilly. You know, I don't really have much to say about this. I'll play this live, if anything.
Yeah, I agree. And shout out to Philly Sports. Russell Wilson on Monday Night Football, going to light WFT up. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, people are celebrating that Michigan win. Finally got one. I think all the signs pointed to them winning as well.
Unfortunately, I was on the other side
for
of that.
sure. I ignored it. Of course, I ignored it.
Yeah,
but
of
all the
course, I
signs.
did too.
Yeah. Can't go against Russ on prime time. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at you. It's not a game that I'm looking forward to bet, bro.
Bet it,
So,
bet it live. See how it goes. See what's
yeah,
going
we'll
on.
see
See
how
what's
it
the
goes.
momentum.
Yeah,
Washington fights, like you said. Tyler Hanke fights. So I mean,
Yeah,
if they're down,
he
they're going to
fights.
continue to fight. Maybe you might want to look at the over. You know, both these defenses are leaky. You know, that might be a play here.
yeah, for sure.
24, 28, something like that.
Yep, I agree. We'll get there. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I usually throw some plays out there, you know, especially on Monday Night Football and stuff like that. So, thanks for everybody for joining. I will hope you guys win some money.
Yeah.
And let's go, man. Go Birds.
Let's go! This ain't the Fox night. Oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit!